Scoob is a stupid little baby movie for stupid little babies.
I guess our new movie is an origin story.
Every hero should have one.
I want The Rock to play me.
Never gonna happen.
So I just watched Scoob, and it's pretty bad. So the main problem with it is that there are just so many pop culture references. Like, every 5 seconds, they reference American Idol 3 times, Tinder, Netflix, Gladiator, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and those are just the ones I can remember off the top of my head. There are probably hundreds of references to just random crap for no reason in this movie. Also, the soundtrack is almost as bad as Suicide Squad. It is just song after song after song. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. They just throw whatever song they think is popular with the kids these days. It makes no sense. So let's talk about the main characters. Scooby is Scooby-Doo. It's pretty much the same character you're always going to get with. But the rest of them, they're pretty strange. So first off, Shaggy is more of a main character in this than Scooby. Like, the plot revolves around Scooby, but Shaggy's the only character with an actual character arc. And for some reason, they just decide to make Shaggy the most unlikable character ever. He's so selfish and self-centered throughout the whole movie, and his character arc doesn't really resolve that. He's just like, I'm gonna stop being selfish now for no real reason. But it's a fake character arc. It's not real. He just kind of decides to change and be a better person at the end. He doesn't really do much. He just gets drug along like most of the cast. All of Mystery Inc. is just kind of drug along. They don't really do anything. So at the beginning of this movie, Shaggy and Scooby get split up from the other 3 members of Mystery Inc. And yet none of them do anything. Shaggy and Scooby just hang out with the Blue Falcon and do whatever he wants. And the other 3 members, I guess, are trying to look for him. Really, it's only Velma. Fred is just kind of stupid, like more stupid than usual. Daphne does nothing. There is not a single thing she does in this movie. She's just there because she was in the original cartoon. She does not help anything. She does not further the plot. She has no character arc. She's a nothing character. There is one really good thing about this movie, and that's Dick Dastardly. He actually has like a good character arc and motivation. I really enjoyed him. Everything's good about him. He has a good design. He's funny. He's enjoyable. He's got a lot of presence on screen. I'm not constantly distracted by who's voicing Dick Dastardly. I'm just thinking, oh, that's Dick Dastardly. It's a very enjoyable character. He was a really good villain. His ship was, I really liked the design. His little robot friends, you can tell they just wanted to make more minions. This Warner Brothers was like, well, we need some minions. Let's make little robot men. Help Dick Dastardly. So the voice acting, the casting was just very bizarre. Scooby still has his original voice actor, Frank Welker, and he does a fine job as always. The rest of the Mystery Inc. gang does pretty well. Fred, Daphne, and Velma, they sound fine. Shaggy, on the other hand, Shaggy is just so bad. Like, I'm fine with him taking a character in another direction, but you can tell Will Forte is just trying to do an impression of Shaggy, and it's a bad one. He doesn't add anything, he just takes away. It's miserable. As for the other characters, there's not much to say. Mark Wahlberg is Blue Falcon. He doesn't do much for the character. You can tell they really wanted Ryan Reynolds, and Mark Wahlberg is just their backup choice. A bizarre one is Ken Jeong. He voices Dynamite. Dynamite really does not fit Ken Jeong. He's like this deadpan, cynical character, and that's not what you think of when you think Ken Jeong. He's good at playing these like extravagant, out there characters. It was very bizarre. By far the most bizarre character, however, is Tracy Morgan. I'm not going to say who he voices because I guess it's a spoiler, but you're going to see it and it's just going to completely pull you out of the movie because he so does not fit the character he's playing and the way he's talking, and I don't know if it's the lines or the way he delivers it or what, but it's so bad. As for the character designs, everyone that was not a pre-existing Hanna-Barbera character looked horrendous. The main cast looked fine. I mean, they were just the basic characters. They weren't improved upon, but I mean, it's hard to mess up Mystery Inc.'s designs, but it's possible. They've done it before. The Blue Falcon looked interesting, I guess. I did really like the design of Dee Dee Sykes and Dynamite. They were fun to look at, along with Dick Dastardly. But besides those few characters, everyone just did not have an interesting design, kind of like Onward. For the first, 20 minutes of the movie, it felt like the first hour. You follow the Mystery Inc. as kids, which is very boring. Nothing interesting happens. It's very bad, and I just did not enjoy it. And then... Lord, and then they go into a remake of the theme song for Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And the cover is horrendous. And they redo all of the scenes. It's a shot-for-shot remake, except there's one weird joke in there where Fred is on a date with a mystery machine. But besides that, everything else is the exact same. It's so weird. That's the main problem with this movie. It's like trying to be weird, but it's not good. It's not funny. There's one or two good jokes, but most of their jokes are just pop culture references like IKEA and Tinder and all that. I mean, the story wasn't. It's a weird story. I can't go into why it was so weird because it's spoilers, but it's not bad. It's definitely not good, but it's not bad. It's just very weird. Also, every time Dick Dastardly was on screen, they played dubstep, which was a very bizarre choice. That was his theme, and they play it like 5 or 6 times. That was kind of distracting, but I enjoyed Dick Dastardly, so I was able to not think about it. One of the other good parts was seeing all the references to classic Hanna-Barbera characters in the background. They had several, and it was just kind of fun to look out for them, like looking out for arcade characters in Wreck-It Ralph. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend paying for Scoob. Just watch it when it comes out for free on HBO Max, and I'm giving Scoob a 4 out of 10. But yeah, if you're wanting a really good Scooby-Doo thing, go watch Mystery Incorporated. It's so much better than this.
This is Boomerang from Cartoon Network.